Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. It's highly likely that that you thought you was in a loving relationship, at least at the beginning of the relationship, to say the least. You would have thought that you were in a loving relationship with this narcissist involved in your life, right? And the thing is you get confused because they're demanding of your attention. They're demanding of your attention. You take it lightly. You don't think anything of it. Whether it's calling up your phone, texting you a lot, they're constantly initiating contact and stuff like that, right? And this is the obsession. They're fixated on you. They can't get you out of their minds, right? They can't get you out of their minds, and the thing is, as a chosen one, an empath, you can fall into the it's a bit of a trap. You can fall into a bit of a trap where you end up in a cycle. So you could be trying to do your everyday work, going to work or whatnot, and the narcissist is texting you or phoning you and doing these sorts of things, and it's all done in a positive way. It's not negative yet, and you kind of get warped into this reality where you're constantly on your phone going back and forth with them, going back and forth. But this is from their obsession. It is actually very unhealthy, right? It's not just two people speaking to one another. It's not just two people speaking to one another. It's actually an obsession, you see, and they're fixated on you. They're actually fixated on you, and this can play out for some time. So even if prior to even you getting into a relationship, the narcissist involved in your life may have, you may have just been having communication with them, but it was very, a lot of communication. Like they would constantly reach out to you, or they would constantly do these things. And this was because it was coming from an obsessive point of view, right? They were fixated on you, right? They've always been obsessed with you, right? And this obsession starts to get out of hand. It starts to get out of control. Say you start to get into a relationship with them, things don't really change. They're still very much obsessed, continuously demanding your attention and things like that. And you could be trying to get on with your day's work, or going to the office, or whatever work you do, right? Or you could be trying to look after the children, whatever it is you prioritize during your day, and they'll be continuously messaging you and calling you and doing these things, right? And it's the obsession. And then their obsession, might, I don't know if you might not have experienced this, but their obsession might start getting a bit out of hand, where they start thinking you're with someone else, right? They start thinking that you're speaking to someone else, or you're dating someone else, or and you could call it insecurity, but it's still based around the broad category of obsession. They're very much obsessed. So they might start calling you at work with accusations, saying that you're with someone, or you're cheating on them, or you're doing this, or you're doing that, and then you get involved in a whole back and forth with them, like declaring your innocence and telling them no, and you're trying to ease them and stuff like that. And what you don't realize is happening to you is, you're dealing with someone who's absolutely fundamentally obsessed with you, right? They're obsessed. It's unhealthy, right? It's unhealthy. And their obsession grows to such exponential rates, that um, basically it gets overwhelming, for the victim. It gets overwhelming, and a lot of people take this as the love bomb, a lot of people take this as the love bomb, but you have to understand, like, a narcissist can't just love bomb anyone. This is the big mistake that is made in the community, that they think that narcissists can just love bomb anyone. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Just like this video is showing up for you, help it show up for someone else in the community that it may be of benefit to. Thank you so much. But look, they can't just love bomb anyone. There has to be some kind of passion behind the love bomb. There has to be some kind of incentive behind the love bomb. And a lot of the times, the love bomb that you've experienced, or the baiting, about your, those positive traits that they draw to your attention, which you think is a love bomb or a lie or whatnot, they're actually real things that they can see on your persona, in your character, on your features or whatnot, and they use this as their strategy to. They're obsessed about those characteristics or features or whatnot, and they're actually absolutely obsessed, and this is what comes out in the love bomb, So it'll be a mix between obsessive like that, like positive obsession, and the negative obsession, the insecure obsession, like thinking you're with someone else, thinking, when you're at work, and you can't concentrate. You literally can't concentrate on what you want to do anymore, right? And the more and more you fall into it, right, the more and more you fall into it, going back and forth with them, appeasing them and going back and forth with them is counterproductive. It's actually counterproductive. You think, you responding to them or speaking to them, is actually a benefit. But, well, me saying that, even, I've spoken to people that have tried and tested, when they're at work, they just say to the narcissist that was involved in their life, look, they're at work, they don't have time to respond. And this makes the narcissist even more obsessed, They're very demanding of your attention. But what you've got to fundamentally understand is this obsession, is from beginning, prior to you even getting in a relationship, beginning to end. And still the narcissist is obsessed. The obsession runs deep, even after the relationship. But what tends to happen throughout the process, it might not be towards the end, it could be in the middle, it could be at the end, is their obsession starts to change into when they want to negatively affect your life. They want to inflict punishment. They want to inflict pain. And their obsession becomes about inflicting torment and hurt and, making you upset. And this is what their obsession starts to come about. So the very thing that they were obsessed about, that they were fixated on, they're still very much fixated on you. But it could be for a whole host of reasons, such as narcissistic injuries. You didn't correspond correctly. You've hurt their feelings. You've done something, and please don't, be self-critical or think, this is weird. This is really, really weird, what they're putting you through. So it literally becomes, about hurting you, about, damaging your spirit, damaging your soul, inflicting misery on you. And this obsession, so they could even resort to a discard or a reverse discard, for example, or becoming so toxic in nature that you have to cut them off. It starts to get out of hand in the abuse that they're putting you through. But still, nonetheless, they will be obsessed about you. They will continue to be obsessed, even if you've gone no contact, you're not communicating with them, they're still very much obsessed, whether that's spying on your social media, trying to keep up to date with what you're doing. If you're not on social media and you haven't got no friends in contact or flying monkeys that are associated with you or something like that, then it's driving them wild, and they're still very much obsessed in their brains, but the narcissist has always been secretly obsessed with you. You constantly weigh on their mind, and they have a very deep fixation about you. This is why, initially you confuse this obsession with love, You confuse this obsession with love, but obsession is not love, you know. It's very different, you know. It's very, very different. And they you know, if you are on social media, or you know, you are online, you are on social media, you know, they will be watching what you're doing obsessively, watching what you're doing, you know, keeping up to date with what you're doing, the posts that you're doing on your social media, this and that, where you're going, what you're eating, what you're doing. They are absolutely deranged and fixated on you, right? And yes, they will be thinking of ways they can punish you, or bait you, or draw you out, or hurt your feelings. And also, this is why discards and reverse discards happen, because ultimately they want you to chase after them and obsess about them the same way they obsessed about you. It's almost like a revenge tactic, you know. They actually want you to, they feel like, why are you not obsessed about them the same way they're obsessed about you, you know. They don't understand love, not true love, not real love. They don't understand it. They have obsession. Narcissists involved in your life have obsession. So anyway, to enhance your experience and have access to a gallery of exclusive unseen videos and a chance to reach out to me personally for video requests or ideas you have, there's a 3-day free trial that can easily be cancelled at any time by going to your Zion account page. All video requests are processed and uploaded within 24 hours from when request was submitted. A link to the Zion membership website will appear on your screen now. Thanks for listening today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you want to donate, you don't have to, but if you'd like to support the channel, you can. Links in the description box below. For more narcissism-based content, check out our other channel, links in the description box. Please visit the forums. One of them is Tips to Heal, and I'd love to find out what helps you on your journey. Please book a healing session with me if you need advice or some light shed on your situation. The Empath Monthly group meeting is coming up at the end of the month. Limited space is available. There's a WhatsApp group for survivors to stay in touch. I'm also doing email consultations if you need a plan of action. The links for all I've mentioned are in the description box below. If you'd like to know more about why you will never be forgotten by the narcissist, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.